What's going on, everyone? It's Marco Hanna, and the Nexus 6 full review is in its final stages of editing, but our 30-day challenge is still going on. As the Nexus 6 challenge enters its midway point, we can start taking a look at the durability aspect of the Nexus 6, since I've put this phone through a lot of good use and amount of time being used by me, and compare it to other devices I've used and done challenges on in the past. So let's go ahead and dive straight in. To start out, let's give you guys a quick go over what the Nexus 6 is and where its design originates. This is the Motorola-made Moto X for 2014, or the second generation Moto X. It's a blend of metal, Gorilla Glass, and assortment of materials on the back including leathers, plastics, and wood. It's also one of the most solid devices of the year, and its build quality is absolutely surreal, and it happens to be the same design Google picked for their Nexus 6. So here is the Nexus 6. Obviously, it's a much larger phone, but generally has the same build quality and thickness all the way around as the Moto X for 2014. It's also built with the same materials, Gorilla Glass 3 on the front, metal on the sides, and plastic on the back. It also feels like one of the most solid devices of the year. Now, my second generation Moto X has seen better days. In my first week of using my Moto X, I had several deep scratches on the front of my display just from a tiny fall from the box to the ground. And I do mean really tiny. I'm talking about like 2 inches, and I had some deep scratches. But apart from the screen getting scratched, everything else seemed pretty intact. Now on the Nexus 6, I wanted to test the durability of the display minus the fall, so this was my perfect opportunity. So I braved it out and I left my display completely uncovered from day one, and also I've been putting it down on surfaces, I've been putting it out of my pockets, in and out, and also just your normal daily wear and tear on the display, and so far I've seen nothing. Not even those micro scratches that are only seen at certain angles. One small thing to note on my Nexus 6 is I did find a piece of dust or perhaps one dead pixel right at the edge of the top right hand corner. Now I'm almost certain that it's dust and it's not a dead pixel, but it's definitely worth a mention that dust could come in between your display panel and your display. Now taking a look at the sides of the Nexus 6, everything looks pretty good. No serious damages, no scratches, but keep in mind I generally take good care of my devices. But flip the Nexus 6 to the back and you'll see a little bit of a different story. If you happen to own a midnight blue Nexus 6, you probably already know how easily your device picks up fingerprints and grease. It's incredibly prone to it. But another thing this midnight blue model is prone to is scratching. Now, it might not look like complete scratches, but those small patches of discoloration, either lightness or darkness, are actually tiny scratches covering the back of this phone, and so far my phone has quite a few. No matter how hard you try cleaning it, you cannot get those things off. Now, that's not the end of the world. There are solutions like the D-brand skins to cover your Nexus 6 with other materials and designs like carbon fiber, or even some wood design skins. These will also help the fingerprint issue on the midnight blue, but if you happen to have the white Nexus 6, it already does a good job covering up its scratches and also fingerprints. And to be honest, that's about it. Other than the scratches on the back on the midnight blue Nexus 6, the phone has held up really well. Now I still have my doubts on the display, but every display is prone to scratches and breaking. So I'd like to hear your thoughts on the Nexus 6 and its durability. If you have one, make sure to leave your thoughts below in the comment section. And as always, my name is Marco Hanna, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.